Are you still paying an 8.5% interest rate on your home loan? If you are, you need to watch this right now. Over the past 5 months, the RBI has cut its repo rate by a full 1%. That's a huge drop. But have you noticed your bank quietly keeping your home loan rates high, or maybe just nudging them down by a tiny fraction? While the cost of borrowing for banks has gone down, many are not passing on these benefits to you, the borrower. The result is simple. Banks are boosting their profits, while borrowers are bleeding money, paying thousands, even lakhs, in extra interest every year. It feels like you're just funding their balance sheet, but don't let them win this game. It's time to take control of your finances. Today I'm going to share 3 smart, actionable steps you can take to slash your EMI, reduce your loan tenure, and save a massive amount of money. These aren't just generic tips. These are specific strategies that can make a real difference to your financial future. First, let's talk about the type of interest rate you have. Step 1 is to understand the difference between a fixed and a floating rate loan. When you took your loan, you might have opted for a fixed rate thinking it provided stability. And in a rising interest rate environment, that can be true. But right now, with rates dropping, a fixed rate loan becomes a trap. It locks you into a higher interest rate while the rest of the market enjoys the benefits of the RBI's cuts. The solution: if you're stuck in a fixed rate loan, it's time to talk to your bank about switching to a floating rate. Yes, there might be a small fee involved, but the long-term savings from a lower interest rate will almost certainly outweigh that initial cost. Floating rate loans are designed to move with the market, so when rates go down, your payments go down too. Now, let's get a bit more technical with step 2. Understanding the benchmark your loan is linked to. Most home loans today are linked to either the MCLR, which stands for Marginal Cost of Funds-Based Lending Rate, or the repo rate. Here's the crucial difference. MCLR-linked loans are slow to react to changes. Banks have more discretion, and they often delay passing on rate cuts. On the other hand, repo-linked loans are directly tied to the RBI's repo rate. When the RBI cuts the rate, your loan's interest rate has to be adjusted much more quickly, usually within the next reset period. If your loan is still based on the old MCLR system, you are likely missing out on significant savings. Contact your bank immediately and ask them to convert your loan to a repo-linked benchmark. This ensures you get the full and fast benefit of any future rate cuts by the RBI. It's one of the most effective ways to align your interest payments with the current economic reality. Alright, step 3 is a game changer, and it's about how you manage your savings. Let's say your EMI gets reduced after switching your loan. Your first instinct might be to enjoy the extra cash in your pocket each month. Don't do it. Instead of reducing your EMI, always choose to reduce your loan tenure. This single trick can save you lakhs in the long run. Here, SY. When you keep your EMI the same but apply the extra amount towards the principal, you're paying off your loan faster. A shorter tenure means you pay interest for fewer years. The power of compounding works against you with debt, so the faster you clear it, the less interest you pay overall. For example, reducing your tenure by even a few years on a 20-year loan can save you an amount equivalent to several years of EMIs. Always prioritize shortening the loan's life over a small monthly cash flow increase. Now for a bonus tip that many people overlook. Negotiation works. Your bank might seem like an immovable institution, but there's often room to negotiate, especially on the spread. That spread is the extra percentage points the bank adds on top of the benchmark rate, which is their profit margin. If you have a strong credit history and a good CIBIL score, you are a valuable customer. Use that leverage. Call your bank, speak to the loan department, and politely but firmly ask for a better rate. Mention that other banks are offering more competitive rates. You'd be surprised how often they are willing to reduce your spread to retain a good customer. A small reduction of even 0.25% can translate into significant savings over the life of the loan. So let's put it all together. Your home loan isn't a set it and forget it product. Interest quietly eats away at your financial dreams. The difference between an active borrower and a passive one is enormous. Active borrowers who review their loans, understand the market, and take action are the ones who pay less. Passive borrowers are the ones who end up funding the bank's profits. Don't be a passive borrower. If you're paying a home loan, make it a priority to review it this week. Check your loan statement, identify your interest rate type and benchmark, and call your bank. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend or family member who has a home loan. They might be overpaying without even realizing it. And of course, subscribe for more practical financial tips to help you build wealth and secure your future. Thanks for watching.